Hello guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. Guys, this story broke about 3 days ago out of Miami Beach, Florida. Shout out Miami Beach. And it's a sickening tale. And it's about this woman here. This is 18-year-old Kelvie McRae. Ladies and gentlemen, she had a live-in boyfriend who was an ex-boyfriend at the time this happened, where his name is Keyshawn Shaw. He's 19 years old. This guy shot this girl while she was on FaceTime with some of her friends. He shot her in the back of the arm. And he shot her in the back and the arm. She died on scene. Then he turned the gun on himself in the same house, which he used to live in. Now, I'm going to play this video, and I'm going to come back and dissect a couple of things that was on my mind that made me decide to do this story. And we talk about broken male syndrome and stuff like that, and how, you know, a lot of people are not ready for relationships because they don't even have themselves in order. And a lot of people have issues of abandonment, and they have issues of, you know, rejection. Either way, like I said before, a lot of us need to leave stray dogs where they find them. An act of kindness cost this woman her life, as you'll see in this video. Take a look.
First at 10, we're hearing from the family of a teenager murdered in her own West Palm Beach home. Police say Kelvie McRae's ex-boyfriend killed her and then himself. Good evening. I'm Felicia Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us now at 10. It is a story we first told you about as breaking news last night at 11. Ari Height spoke with that young woman's family earlier tonight. He joins us live in West Palm Beach. And Ari, as much as they're hurting, they say they refuse to be sad.
Yeah, this family is showing remarkable strength, Felicia. They tell me they will not spend one moment mourning Kelvie McRae's death. They say they will instead focus all their energies on celebrating her life.
Kelvie was a beautiful young soul. You know, she was as intelligent as she was beautiful.
Kelvie McRae's family says the 18-year-old had a bright future.
She had a flair for life, you know, a flair that still inspires us today.
She was in college studying cosmetology, already running her own hairstyling business.
She loved making her friends and the young women around her more beautiful. That was a gift that she had, to make everything around her beautiful.
Wednesday night, Kelvie was killed. Police say her ex-boyfriend, 19-year-old Keyshawn Shaw, came into her home on 13th Street in West Palm Beach, shot her while she was FaceTiming with friends, and then killed himself. A neighbor heard the shots and called 911.
And when I ran in the house, I couldn't get in. The mother let me in, and by that time, this girl she's on the floor. She's in the...
We don't know whether he forced his way in. At this point, detectives have not said what he was doing, how he got in the house.
Police say Shaw was living with Kelvie. Even after the two broke up in January, she let him stay because he had nowhere else to go. But that ended Tuesday when he threatened Kelvie with a gun. Officers tried to catch him, but he got away until he returned Wednesday night.
What would drive you to feeling so hopeless that this one relationship that you probably wouldn't even remember in a few years became the crux of your life and the destroyer of futures and potential?
But despite what was destroyed, Aiken says his family refuses to let Shaw win, refuses to be devastated by her death.
My family's rejoicing. We're rejoicing at the life that Kelvie lived. We're rejoicing at the impact she's made.
And Aiken tells me they're hoping that perhaps some good can come out of Kelvie's death. They're hoping that maybe a woman in an abusive relationship will see what happened to her, and perhaps they'll get out and find some place that they can be safe. Reporting live in West Palm Beach, Ari Height, WPBF 25 News.
All right, guys, I'm going to read you this article out of Channel 12 News, and it reads as follows. Suspect dies a day after killing ex-girlfriend and shooting himself. WPBPD says, West Palm Beach, Florida. The shooting that led to a woman's death at the hands of her ex-boyfriend late Wednesday night happened while she was eating dinner and on a FaceTime call with 3 other people. the West Palm Beach Police Department said. One of the people on the video call said they saw the victim shot in the back and the head. The probable cause affidavit stated the witness later identified the suspect from a photographic lineup, the report noted. Jail records showed the suspect, identified as Keyshawn Shaw, was arrested on account of first-degree murder with a firearm. Shaw, 19 years old, did not appear in court Thursday morning because he has been hospitalized since officers found him. He died at the hospital early that afternoon, the police department reported in an update. A West Palm Beach Police Department spokesperson indicated Shaw killed his ex-girlfriend, Kelby McCray, before turning the gun on himself. Officers found the Shaw and McCray shortly after 9:40 p.m. after responding to a 911 call about a shooting on West 13th Street near Gaines Park off North Australia Avenue. They were both rushed to a nearby hospital where McCray, 18, died a little more than half an hour later. It's just heartbreaking. An 18-year-old was killed as a result of domestic violence. A spokesperson from West Palm Beach Police Department, Mike Jackals, told CBS 12 News Thursday. The police reports described Shaw as the victim's estranged boyfriend, saying they dated for over a year and pointed out he was still living in the home with her at the time because he had nowhere else to stay. Detectives were told he did not take the breakup well, and he even pointed a gun at her Tuesday night. It was enough of a concern that police were asked to keep their eyes open for Shaw. A warrant had been issued against Shaw on counts including aggravated assault with a firearm and domestic battery by strangulation. West Palm Beach Police Department's updates added a countywide alert was issued for Shaw, and police were actively looking for him. We had him in Gaines Park. Then he fled and took off, led us on a chase for almost 5 miles. We had to terminate the chase because it was just unsafe. He was on our radar, Jacob said. The official cause of death for McCray and Shaw will be determined by the Palm Beach County Medical Examiner's Office. If anyone is in an abusive or domestic violence type relationship, it's important that they get help. It's not easy, but there are resources available, Jackal said. If you see or know anyone who's experiencing domestic violence or dating violence, resources are available to help. If you or a loved one are in immediate danger, call 911. All right, guys, that's the sad news, but this is something that happens and will continue to happen unless a lot of people take a stand up against what they will and won't do for a grown-ass man. Now, granted, this boy is 18, and he lived with them over some time, said the relationship was over a year. You know how much you can accomplish in a year living under the roof of somebody else as a man, as far as getting yourself on your feet? I don't know why women do this. I mean, I know they like guys and stuff, but I'm gonna tell you something. When you keep somebody in your house, just like when parents, when you keep grown children in your house and they run in the streets and just doing whatever they want to do and are not showing any type of self-improvement and getting on their own and leaving the nest, it never works out well. It winds up wearing you down, especially ladies. You got a guy that brings, you bring into your home trying to give him a fresh start. Of course, you like him. You're not helping the man. You're raising a simp. You are. And stuff like this happens. Look at this picture. This dude's not a choir boy. He looked like he hang in the street. I don't know if he do or not, but he looks like, any other rapper, person at that age trying to be cool and caught up in a lot of conflicts that involves looking like you from the street. You're homeless, but you got all that jewelry on. Gold's in your mouth. And that's the truth. He's homeless. Any man that lives with a woman, you know what I'm saying? And he's living in the house. Now, I said the mother was there. Now, she only 18 years old. I don't know if she had her own place yet. Anybody that know her, leave it in the description box. But to me, it seemed like he was living with her in her parents' house or whoever's house. The guard, you know, parent, you know what I'm talking about. She wanted to break off with him. He threatened her with a gun. He didn't take the breakup well. What did the article say? Pulled the gun on her. How you going to threaten somebody's life because they don't want to be with you? There are people out here, man, that will try to scare you into being with them. And it's a damn shame because they ain't got to be 18. I know people that's almost my age that do that. You know what I'm saying? I had a girl one time and I was like, you know, she did something crazy. I'm like, yeah, we done. I'm getting some of the things I had over a house at that time. You know, when I would go over there, I left some stuff. I go to get my stuff, you know, a couple of articles of clothes and stuff. This is what she tell me. It's over. So it's over and like spotted up on me. It's over. You know it's over. You see me taking my stuff and what transpired, it's no coming back from that. But like she was ready to be like, yo, just waiting for me to say, yeah, it's over. So we can get getting into it and fighting. You have no grounds to want to put your hands on anybody when you're the one that caused the infraction. That's the thing. Nobody takes admittance of guilt no more. If he relied so much on her for his well-being, why put yourself in that position where you're at the mercy of a woman anyway when you're trying to be the man of the house that ain't yours? And that's the thing. Sex is for the accomplished. In my opinion, he ain't accomplished nothing. You sitting in somebody else under somebody else's roof. Think about it. When you live in your parents' house, you are what? Subject to their laws and way of life in that house. You got grown men, 30s, 40s, 50s, living in women's houses and living off of women. Aren't you embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Seriously, that's not what we on the planet to do. We're leaders. We're supposed to lead. Not pretend we're leading and live off of somebody else. Tackling the street and affairs and bringing just money home is taxing on us as men. Imagine that as a woman. So the woman had a business, said she was doing whatever she was trying to do, and here you are living in the house. You don't think that weighs upon her? A year and you ain't got your stuff straight? Hell, in a year, listen. Do you know how much you can accomplish as a man if you're focused and goal-oriented in 1 year? A lot of you guys out there that are successful, you know. And comment in the comment section. Stuff like this, I have no leniency for. When I was 18 years old, we had to have a plan. I went right to college. Boom, okay, I'm in college. You know what I'm saying? Went for 1 year. I don't want to go to school no more. Came home immediately, jumped on the job. Okay, this job is not a career job. I have no skills. This is me knowing this. I got to do something. Boom. What do I want to do in life? How can I do it without going to college? Boom. Okay, I'll go in the military. Became an aircraft mechanic. That job in itself opened up doors all the way through my path of life. And that was a decision I made because I didn't want to be a statistic. I knew I liked girls. I knew I wanted to be married one day. I knew eventually when you mingle with women, babies come. I don't want my child to have to go through any struggles I did because I made the wrong mistake in life. And one of them is just having a child or something. Now, there was a baby pictured in one of the pictures. I don't know if that was his kid or not. I don't even know if that was him. I don't even know why they showed it, but it looks similar. But I mean, it's a certain level of responsibility a man has to himself to get right. And it's the thing. Everybody wants relationships. And, it's nothing wrong with wanting not member of the opposite sex. That's normal. But it's like everybody wants the girl first, but they don't want to take care of home first. My thing is this. How you going to want a woman and do the wild turkey and all this other stuff and you ain't got no place to take her? I will feel crazy messing with a girl in her bed, in her house, and then I just get up and go make me a sandwich after I put it on her, quote unquote. Man, it's just the way we think, like the stuff like subconsciously we don't think about. This is stuff that would weigh on any man that had a sense of self-pride. I'm tongue-tied. But you guys get what I'm getting at. This is crazy stuff. It's like nothing nowadays for a guy to live with a woman. This is my house. No, it's not. Stop the charade. That's why they say that, because they know it's wrong. And I'm going to tell you ladies something. Guys will do whatever you let them get away with. She's 18 years old, still had the rest of her life ahead of her. He's a year older than her, probably in the same, born in the same year. But somewhere down the line is something he's not getting, because she had a place to stay, whether she was with her parents or not. She had a place to stay. She invited him out of the kindness of her heart. Hey, it's not working. You got to get out. Obviously, he done did something crazy. He ain't take the breakup well. He gonna pull the gun out on her. Maybe she asked for the keys. That's another thing too. You know, you date these people, male or female, and they fly off the cliff when you can't take no more. Hey, I need that key. You know, a lot of us be regretting that, like, you know, dreading that point when you know you got to ask for the key. Because common sense, hey, I don't want to be with you no more. Okay, cool. Here's your key. Boom, I'm out. People always want to hold on to something that attaches you to them, whether leaving something in your house and having to keep coming over there to see if you with somebody else, or just to start an argument with you. This guy, I don't know. I think for him to pull that gun out on her, it probably was about her asking for the key back. You see what I'm saying? This guy shot her with her mom in the house. She was on FaceTime with her friends, and he shot her in the head and he shot her in the back. Hell, in cowboy movies, that's coward stuff, shooting somebody in the back. Why did her kicking you out her house because you refused to be a man and get up on your own damn feet constitute her losing her life? Because you was mad? See, a lot of times, man, we used to look back in the day and, you know, a woman would do something real crazy and then you say, why you do that? And you're like, because I was mad. Men didn't tolerate that, and men didn't do that. Now it's like all these crimes of absolute anger. And I got mad. Men be like, what? Why you didn't just leave? It's always an avenue with us, but we don't take it. We want to stand there and confront people that are right about what they're talking to us about. The police chased him. Chased him, what is it, the day before? Chased him. Had to call up the search the chase because he was driving too reckless. Was it the next day, day after? She lost her life. Came right back. That's why they saying they don't know how he got in the house. Evidently, he didn't get a key back. And that's the thing. The first part of securing your safety is getting the key back from people. That's why a lot of people are just loose with just giving people the key because they think, you know, this person's not going to react. Don't underestimate nobody. For real. Whether it's 18 or 28 or 38 years old, there are lessons out here that a lot of these men that are boys in the mind did not learn, whether it was from a man they had in the house or their own fathers. For some reason, basic chemistry between man and woman doesn't go past nowadays how they look. Vanity. Oh, she look good. I got to have her. Nothing goes into, you know, the melding of the minds to build strength and closeness to the heart. No, just you, my girl. That's it. I'm your man. It is what it is. He looked good. You ask people, hey, how'd y'all hook up? Like, what brought y'all together? Oh, I saw him. He was fine, girl. And then you ask a guy, oh man, yeah, she looked good, man. I had to, okay. And then what? That fades in time. So does sex. A lot of people don't know that. You get used to a girl. Then what? Your mask falls off and she sees this is all you wanted, or, you know, she was offering to you and it's like, now, okay, I don't want that. I need more from you. It always comes back to needing the basic necessities or essentials in a relationship. Trust, closeness, so on and so forth. And a lot of people are missing that. And then once you realize the potential you thought somebody had, they never even had it, you feel disappointed, and then you want to get away from them. But a lot of times it's not that easy. Said he choked the girl. He choked her, strangled her, put his hands on her. Do me like that. Let me tell you something, whether it's a male or female, this is another reason why you don't let nobody live in your house. Because once they leave out and they ain't got nothing, because they beat BS the whole time they was there and didn't show no improvement, for some reason, it's always your fault. I had to give you my money. That's why I ain't got nowhere to go. Or I had to do this. Or I had to do that. What if she had a car and he didn't? That's another thing that we see, a common thing. Using her resources. She got tired of it. All of a sudden, he out in the street, can't get no job or can't get to work no more because he ain't got no car, lose his job or whatever, or he start thinking about the risk of that. He get mad. He knows she don't want him, so he gonna come back and give the ultimate death blow. We see this a lot. That's why I tell you, you catch these guys out here and they up in age and they ain't got nothing. No. Why you ain't got nothing? Oh man, see man, no. But when you do, if I'm still available, we'll hook up. Nothing wrong with that. Every animal you see in the animal kingdom, the males usually try to attract the females and show that they're a viable male to breed with, or they're an asset to, future production of themselves. They might do a dance, a mating dance. They might be the strongest or the biggest. One of the prime traits of whatever animal it is. We don't do that. We'll go get somebody that unshaven and stuff, look like a homeless man, and make him our man, or we go get a girl that's chewed up, look like somebody chewed her up and spit her back on the plate, and that's your woman. No home training, no nothing, and try to build with that. We always trying to fix something. Broken dudes always being the man because there are some people out there that want to be Mother Teresa and feel like they can change this guy. You can't. Somebody that's 30-something years old or up in age, you don't know how long they've been in that state. Old habits is hard to break. And even though he's 19 years old, he was already caught up in the culture that's counterproductive to us growing anyway. In that relationship, do you know how many women do not know how to pick a good man and how many men don't know how to pick a good woman? Hell, I'm still trying to figure it out at 51 damn years old. It's hard. But if you learn a little bit from every relationship, I consider that an accomplishment where things that happened in the past don't happen again. Maybe this was her moment. Hey, you know what? This ain't going to work. This guy's disrespectful. I just see something in him that's dark and I want to get away from it. That's her prerogative. And that, it's nothing wrong with that. It shouldn't cost her life. And vice versa if this was the thing was around. This guy killed himself after killing this girl. What did he prove? Nothing. You do that in the house where they allowed you to stay and leave it for everybody to pick the pieces. People still got to live in that house where the daughter was shot and later lost her life. You too, fool. So let me tell you something. If a man can't go home, and I want you to listen to me to this. If a man is out in the street and he can't go home, that means he burned bridges with the people that's closest to him. If he did that to them, what do you think he's going to do to you? And same thing with a woman. It's something to think about. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. A lot of people want going to hell in a handbasket. They want to take you with them. And it ain't love. It's just they don't want to go alone. Got to be smart out here. See you in the next video. Take care.